Hello, beautiful people. You're welcome again and again and again to my channel. To new subscribers, you're welcome. Old ones and returning viewers, you're also welcome. Today, we're going to be treating something like this. This is a blazer dress with lace at the sleeves, which brought about this design here, guys. You can see how it's beautiful and a little bit different from the other one. This also has lace at the sleeve, but the sleeve is balloon sleeve compared to the other one, which is a trumpet sleeve. And this is a shirt. The other one is a blazer dress, and as well the collar of this shirt has lace on it as well. So guys, when I say some styles can inspire you to create your own designs, this is what I'm talking about. It is not all the time as fashion designers you should just be doing copy and pasting. It is not good. It is not fashion designing is all about creativity, bringing in new and fresh design. So I hope this inspires you, and if you like this already, kindly give it a thumbs up and do not forget to share. So let's go straight into the tutorial. So these are the fabrics we'll be making use of. I bought this silk fabric in 1.5 yards in cream color, as well as a matching lace to it in 1 yard. And this is our pattern. This pattern was drafted in our previous shirts, that wine silk shirts design I made. This is the pattern for it. So if you've not watched it, kindly go to the description box and click on the link I'll be dropping there. So we'll be making use of interfacing as well as these beautiful buttons in cream color. You can see how beautiful it is. And we'll make use of our pins, our tape measure, and those are the normal basic things we need. So yeah, I've already cut out my fabric. I've cut out the front. I've interfaced it. I've interfaced the button placket as well as with the edges, and this is the back as well. So I'm just going to take it to my machine and stitch down that button placket, as well as join the shoulder areas of its right side facing themselves. So I've already done that to the button placket. I've stitched it down, and this is the collar stand for the shirt. I've interfaced it as well as the collar, and I've cut out pieces for just a piece of lace for the collar as well. So you can see me, I've interfaced them. I'm just showing you how they look like. I'm going to be placing the lace on one side of the collar like this, and I'll stitch it down so that it does not move about when I'm about to attach it to the other side of the collar. So interfacing, guys, I made use of paper stay, that soft, the very soft paper stay, to interface all sides of the collar. Then for each one of the collar, that is one of the collar stand and one of the collar, added the soft paper stay to it, like soft collar stay, I mean. So I've already stitched the collar together, you can see here, and I'm just going to notch the midpoint of it like this, and I'm also going to notch the midpoint of our collar stand, so that when we are placing it on themselves, they will give me an equal look. It will not look like one side will be longer than the other. So I have ironed out my collar properly, and it's time for placement. Look at the way I'm placing it. I am placing it right side facing the right side of one collar stand and aligning them at the mid section there. You can see the way I am carefully making sure that they are properly seated on the mid section. And right now I'm just going to pin it, making sure that the collar is properly sandwiched to in between the collar stand. So you're going to take your time here and make sure that they are properly sandwiched, and you're going to make use of your pins, guys. Now it's time to sew, but before sewing, I'm going to fold the hem of one collar stand like this, and I'll stitch all through to the other end and hem it there. So after doing that, I'm going to go ahead to my shirt there, and I'm going to mark the midsection of my back neckline there. After marking it out, I've already stitched it. You can see it's properly sandwiched, and I'm going to use the other side that I did not fold the hem to attach it to my neckline. I hope you're getting the drill, guys. I'm going to align it with my back neckline towards the front neckline like this, towards the button placket area. I'm going to place it like this using my pins as well to hold it in place. I'll do it for one side like this, and I'm going to fold, I'm going to align it to the other side as well like this. So you can see the way I'm making sure that the edges are aligned properly, and I'm going to pin it towards the other end of the bottom placket this way, and I am going to stitch along the neckline using my sewing allowance and give it a good press. After pressing it, which I have done here, I'm just going to tuck in the excess this way like this underneath and top stitch it, and that's all. So for the sleeve, I've cut out the two sleeves. I've using my pattern, but I cut it halfway. That is where you want the length of your silk to be. And right now I'm just going to measure the bottom part this way, which I have about 18 inches, and I'm going to cut out the other down part of the sleeve as well. So if you look at the style very well, our balloon sleeve is very exaggerated that it covered the cuff of our shirt. So the length, that is the length of your sleeve, is going to be like about 4 inches or 5 inches longer than your usual sleeve length. I hope you're getting my point. That including your sewing allowance, so you can make it, you can add 4 inches to it or 5 inches to it, so the length will be longer than your usual arm arm length. So I'm just going to measure. I'm trying to determine how wide I want it to puff, how big I want the puff to be, and after determining it, I'm just going to mark 9 inches. Remember the measurement we took there was 18 inches, right? 18 inches. So 18 divided by 2, we have 9 inches. So I'm going to just add half inch to it for stitching allowance on the side, and I'm going to cut it out this way. I'm going to use this pattern to cut out another part of it for the other side of our sleeve. And guys, please indicate your top, indicate your bottom part so you will not be confused. And right now I'm going to attach it to this half part of the sleeve and sew along that end part. After sewing, I'll top stitch it. So I've gone ahead to cut out 4 pieces for the cuffs of the shirt. I went ahead to interface 2 out of the rest, and I'm going to sew it together by placing one side that is not interfaced on the other side that is interfaced, right side facing themselves, and I'm going to stitch them together to create it. But first I'm going to fold up the interface part of it this way. I'm folding it with my sewing allowance, and I'm going to stitch all through those 3 edges like this, and I'm going to turn it inside out to create my cuff. Then after doing that, I will be attaching my sleeve to my shirt, to my armhole. And right now I'm just trying to find the midpoint of my sleeve, where, and I'm going to notch it this way. And after notching it, I'll be aligning the front curve of my sleeve to the front armhole, as well as the back curve of my sleeve to the back armhole this way. I'm going to pin it down and sew it. So I'm done with both sleeves. I've attached my sleeves together, and right now I'm just about to shape it. So I'm going to be shaping on the back pattern of my shirts by imputing my bust measurement divided by 2. I'm going to be marking it out on both sides this way, as well as I'll be imputing my waist measurements. I'll be putting in my waist circumference measurement divided by 2 there, as well as my hip circumference measurement divided by 2 on the hip area of my shirt or the hem of my shirt this way. And after doing that, I'll be connecting this point together to create the body shape. And I'm just using my fabric pen here because it's going to clear off as soon as I iron the shirt. I don't want to make use of my chalk on it in order to avoid it from getting stained. So what I'm going to be doing now is I will be aligning the sides together like this, making sure that all the joinings are placed, on themselves equally. So I'll be aligning this, and After making sure that it's properly aligned, I will be putting in my arm circumference measurement divided by 2 on the arm of my sleeve here, and I'll be connecting it to that body measurement this way. So after doing that, I will be running a stitch towards the hem of my sleeve in a slanted way. But before getting to the hem, I will be going upward from the hem by 3 inches to create a small slit where the cuff will be attached to, like this. And right now I'll be replicating the same thing I did for that side on the other side of my sleeve and the side as well, and I will be sewing my shirt along these markings that I have made. So after joining the two sides of the shirt and the sleeve area, this is how it looks like. Our shirt is already taking form, and right now I'm just going to turn the sleeve inside out in order to hem the slit area, that 3 inches opening we made. I'm going to, stitch it down like you're creating a slit for the back of a skirt. And after doing that, I'll be pleating it into my cuff. So I have my pins with me here, and I'm just going to pleat it. Just pleat it the to the size of the width of your cuff you'll be using. You can either pleat it or gather it using a running stitch, anyone you choose to do, but I just decided to pleat it into the cuff this way. So after doing that, make sure that it is equal to the width of your cuff area. So I'm just going to measure it to see if it's going to fit my cuff, and if not, you're going to replete it, making sure that it fits right. So I've gone ahead to attach my cuff to my sleeve, and I'm just going to hem that opening that is left. I'm going to top stitch it just as the way we did the collar, and voila, I have attached my buttons. I have hemmed my shirt, and this is how it looked like at the end of it all. Can you see how pretty it's looking and luxurious it's looking as well? So if you enjoyed this video, kindly give it a thumbs up, share to your friends, your sewing groups and community, and also do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to hit on your notification bell as well.